now have more questions.
We reported on Friday that the child was believed to be 6 weeks old, but after doctors ran tests here at Piedmont Medical Center, they now think the baby is at least 2 months old, if not older. Either way, police need answers. It was Thursday afternoon when a nurse at Piedmont Medical Center says a woman walked into the hospital with a baby boy crying and saying she couldn't care for him anymore. The woman walked out without leaving any information. A spokeswoman at PMC says that's only happened 3 times in the last decade, and the hospital checked the baby's health first.
So we immediately take the child, in this case, to the ER so that we could examine him and make sure that everything was okay.
Then the hospital contacted DSS, which took custody of the baby. Daniel's law allows a parent to leave a child at a safe haven without prosecution.
A fire station, a police station, a hospital, places like that.
But police say by law the baby must be younger than 30 days old. Investigators believe the infant left at PMC was older. What's next isn't an easy question to answer.
Our side of the world now is just to investigate and to try to determine who the child is and who the mother is. And right now that's hard.
Police say they can only start from the hospital and go from there. The last thing anyone wants to do now is to discourage a parent from legally leaving a child at a safe haven, and that's why it's not clear police would even bring charges, even if this baby turns out to be too old to be Daniel's law baby. Now, I asked police if they plan to release any pictures of the infant that close friends or family might recognize. They said not yet. Reporting from Rock Hill, Greg Suskin, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Now, in North Carolina, a parent can leave a baby up to 7 days old with any hospital, healthcare center, or law enforcement agency under the Safe Haven law. For more information on the law in both Carolinas, go to WSOCTV.com. Look for the links under our homepage there. Well, Channel 9 is covering the Carolinas county by county tonight. We're going to start in Gaston County, where a murder suspect just told the judge he wants to move ahead with the trial, even though the judge is friends with someone close to this case. Jeffrey Hughes is accused of firing a shot into a house 2 years ago that killed a woman inside. Now, the judge is close friends with the homeowner. That trial starts in the morning.
In Lancaster County, police are looking for a man who robbed a customer at gunpoint at a gas station. We have surveillance video from the Citgo station on Main Street Saturday morning. The victim told police the suspect asked him if he could take a look at his wheels, then pulled a gun and stuck it up to his neck. Now, the victim said he fought back, and the gunman eventually left in a burgundy Ford Explorer with a second person inside. In York County, police say they clocked a mother going 70 miles per hour in a 45 zone with her 6-year-old child in the back seat. Now, they say that Kim Mayfield was weaving in and out of traffic on Dave Lau Boulevard Friday. When police pulled her over, she told them she was heading to Walmart. Police say Mayfield had a suspended driver's license. She was charged with reckless driving.
Troopers just released some new information on this serious wreck that caused big backups on 85. Chopper 9 Sky Zoom brought you these live pictures at noon of this scene near Little Rock Road. Well, now troopers tell us drugs were involved, causing Mary Davis to cross 4 lanes of traffic and hit the median. Rescue crews had to peel the top of the car off just to get to her. She will be charged once she's released from the hospital. A major Valentine Road is back open after a crash that left one person seriously hurt just this morning. Police say 2 cars collided just before 1 a.m. at the intersection of Johnston and Marvin Roads. Investigators haven't said what caused the crash or if charges will be filed. Another person was taken to the hospital but should be all right.
Well, George Zimmerman's trial has the country talking today, not just about his acquittal, but neighborhood watch programs. Local police departments say they've had a lot of questions from watch leaders asking about patrols and weapons. Eyewitness News reporter Tori Wells talked with the local neighborhood watch about what they allow and what they discourage. Tori?
Well, Scott, the Neighborhood Watch Group right here in Plaza Midwood says it has seen success since it formed. And it says it's seen that not because of force, but by simply asking neighbors to keep their eyes open, and if necessary, call police.
It feels like a safe neighborhood to me, and yeah, that's what's important.
Michael Gervais has lived in Plaza Midwood for years and says his feeling of safety is tied to active neighbors.
We've called police before whenever we see something that's unusual or doesn't look right in the neighborhood.
That's exactly what the Neighborhood Watch Group wants residents to do.
We just want people to be on the lookout and to call the police when there's an issue, not to try and deal with it themselves.
CMPD's website says the Neighborhood Watch program is the community working with police to reduce crime, and that it's not a, quote, vigilante force working outside the normal procedures of law enforcement. Huntersville police tells us since the George Zimmerman case, it's had watch members ask about patrols and weapons. And while police cannot prohibit watch members who are legal permit holders from carrying guns, they discourage that and active patrols.
Any private citizen, if they have a valid permit, will be allowed to carry a concealed weapon.
Former prosecutor and current defense attorney Robert Corbett says it's not illegal for a watch member to carry their permitted weapon. But if it's used, claiming self-defense isn't as easy as it sounds.
What you have to show, though, especially in North Carolina, that, one, you felt the need to use force and that the amount of force you used was appropriate.
The Plaza Midwood Watch Group says its program isn't focused on patrols.
It's about just keeping your eyes open in your day-to-day life and knowing that something looks out of place.
The more eyes you have on the streets, the better.
And we asked Corbett if there's any way that a watch group could prevent a member from carrying their permitted weapon during their watch duties. He said that kind of rule would not be able to be enforced other than just not allowing that person to be in the group. We're live in Plaza Midwood. Tori Wells, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
All right, Tori, thank you. And we have a full list of North Carolina's firearms laws at WSOCTV.com. Look for that list under latest links.
All new this hour, a longtime former South Carolina legislator is in the hospital tonight. Police tell us 84-year-old Herb Kirsch collapsed at his Clover home this morning and had to be rushed to the hospital in Gastonia. The emergency call came in as a 911 hang-up. Now, Kirsch, who served as a Democrat in the state house for 3 decades until 2010, has been upgraded from fair to good condition.
Today, Secretary of Defense Chuck Hagel made a stop at Fort Bragg to talk about military readiness, the sequester, and civilian